Morning. It's about 7:30 and we've seen first light and we're waiting for the sun to rise over the hills over there. Once we get up and moving, we've got a mountain over there as our first objective. We might drive a little closer for the other one. Okay. So that's the plan.
Here we go. Alright, so we're up on this mountain pass and we saw this cool little tank thing and then a road, so we might walk down this road a little bit. Check it out. Garrett told me that down there is where we came from. I think these mountains are actually the ones we saw the sunrise over, which is pretty cool. So originally we were gonna climb this right here, but we parked here and we're looking around, and Garrett had marked that mesa on the map as something maybe we'd want to check out before we got here, and we're pretty sure that that's it. And this looks to have kind of tough vegetation once you get up near the top, so we're gonna hike to this guy instead. Just to say that won't have tough vegetation, but it looks like there's kind of a rocky spine we can climb up. But just so we don't get lost, I'm gonna get an approximate compass bearing from here to there, so when we're up there we can figure out how to get from there to here. Last night, Garrett and I were walking around trying to figure out where exactly we were, and I was saying, like, this trip feels really different from ones we've done in the past, because ones we've done in the past, it felt like we go down somewhere and go climbing, or like fly into some little airport and hike and stuff, and like when you do that, you're like, oh, this is really cool. It's exciting and it's fun. This trip has felt really different to me. Like, I'm not getting the same feeling of excitement, and that's not to say I'm not enjoying it, but it feels more like you're existing with purpose out here, which I think is a good way to say it. So like, everything that we're doing out here, more or less, we're doing because we have to, right? It all feels like just existing, and it's a simplified but refreshing break from normal life. This could probably work. This could probably work. Okay. There's a little game trail that we're following. We think we saw deer droppings on it, so that's probably what it is. Just trying to get down more into the valley where it's clearer, and then we can shoot up the grassy part. Must have been crazy to trailblaze routes through here. So now we've got sort of a path up that way, and then across the top along the ridge line. Okay, can try it. Yeah. We just came through all of that from up there. That's where we were gonna go, but we were there, came through the valley, up this hill. Now we're on this flat-ish part. Yeah, flat-ish. And then we're going up to there. All right. Valley to go down. One more down, one more up. There. Don't let anyone tell you we didn't have to work for this. Yeah. You gotta admit, this is pretty cool. Oh, this is epic. Whoa. Yeah? Yeah. I think we can maybe pick a path that way and not have to push through too many bushes.
Okay.
Try it. Alright,
So we're preparing for our last push to the summit of the mesa. We've had to go up one hill, down a hill, up a hill, down a hill, over lots of mud, through lots of prickly bushes, through lots of long grass, over a creek. But it's been good. It's cool. Right now in this valley you can't see any signs of civilization. It's just us and the wind. It's pretty cool.
We're really starting to get high now. I mean, what's the elevation here? Like 4,000 where we started today?
Yeah, we were probably 4,000 where the car is.
Yeah.
Top of this is 52.
5,200 feet above sea level. So we're definitely getting up there. Oh, one of the really nice things about having a topographical map. Oh, little baby cactuses. So cute. One of the nice things about having a topographical map is that it's topographical, which means it shows you all the elevation changes. So before we plan on a hike like this, we can see approximately what the terrain is going to look like. What we should have done is looked at it and seen that the river valley that was over there that we climbed down into comes right over this way. So we could have just stayed in it and then climbed one hill instead of two, but it's okay. Oh yeah, it's okay, we got this. So we got up over the rocks, a little bit of scrambling, a bit below that peak, and getting above most of that one. Look out somewhere and you're like, you trace your path back. I was like, yep, I was in the hillside, like, wow, I was all the way down that valley. Wow, I climbed down that hillside, which doesn't look that steep now. Right? Wow, I was on top of there. Wow, I was behind that. It took us a little while, but we made it to the top. Views are awesome. We see so many more peaks that we'd love to get to, but I think we're just gonna head back to the car and keep trucking on for now, so we'll see you there.
All right, so we got back to where our car was, set up our tables, chairs, ate some lunch. Now we're back on the road. We're gonna check out a four-wheel drive road up to a abandoned windmill, which should be pretty cool. So coming down from the peak, it was pretty steep on the way down.
Pretty rough, yeah.
And then eventually we made our way to a dried out riverbed, which we followed to a flowing river, and then we followed that back up to the road. So those made it really nice. Rewrapped my finger gloves at lunch. Looks good, feels good. Injury is okay. It's still really gross looking. Hold on. What do you think on this one? You want to check it? Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. Because it's a steep drop off, so you're really going to shove your front down in it. I just don't want to jam the engine full of water. You mean, see, you're gonna have to nosedive.
Well, it's steep from like there to there, but then once you get in it doesn't look as steep.
No, because let me show you the stick.
Oh, right there?
See, that's probably a foot and a half.
Where does that measure on the car?
That's gonna be above the air, or below the air intake.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like car is gonna have to be at.
Yeah.
Pushing its nose into there. And then you got sand on the other side for your traction.
So you don't think we should go for it?
I don't think we should go for it.
So.
Right. I'll just help you back out.
All right. Oh, so we made it pretty deep into the park now, and we found a four-wheel drive road that we're going to follow in until we find a decent looking campsite and then set up a little early tonight, probably. Or I guess more like on time, because we're aiming for 4:30 every night. And the past 2 nights it's been closer to 5, and it's about 4 now, so. Call out if you see a campsite.
Oak tree. Hi, cows. Oh. Hi, big fella. He's looking at me. Hi. Hi, little cow. We're getting into some more trees. I'm gonna hop in. That's fun. Can you unlock it?
No. Is it weird that we're going to eat beef tonight with all those calves? I don't feel weird about it. There? Is that a campsite?
It's a site. I mean, anywhere's campsite.
Oh, okay.
Should we take that one back there?
Yeah, if we turn around.
This campsite's far out. Yeah, it looks good. It's very quiet. It's really quiet. No other signs here.
Was that a stream down there?
It is. Dried out mostly, but a little bit of water. We're getting in a good rhythm of how to set up camp and how to get dinner going, how to organize everything, so that's really nice.
So, our original plan was hamburgers, but we've got a lot of spinach and we had a lot of carrots. Garrett suggested at lunch that we just like combine it all into a pasta. So we just combine the hamburger, like mush it up into just ground meat, boil the carrots and add the spinach and just make like a pasta dish out of it. I thought that sounded good, so that's what we're doing.
Pasta is reportedly done. It's good.
How does it compare with all 3 meals?
I put it second.
Second?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fry?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll live that. Alright, no microphone, that's okay.
You put the GoPros by my... Okay.
You put the GoPros.
Okay. You put the GoPros there.
But you...
Well, another day done.
Day 3.
The vegetation makes the terrain really hard.
It does.
So like back home, you know, you see like pretty steep ravines and stuff. You're like, oh, I can get down the side of that. It's probably just leaves. You slide down. It's fine. This, not the case.
Not the case. Lots of prickers and cactuses and tall brush.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of game trails were out there. So we definitely took advantage of those. I think that was one of my top 10 hikes of my life.
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Decided not to follow a 4-wheel drive road that we're thinking about because of high water. Kept driving, maybe an hour and a half total, deeper into the park.
Yeah.
Pulled off on another 4-wheel drive road that was a lot better. And then came out here to pretty much middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I think this is the farthest we've been from people. Pretty rocky campsite. Made it a little treacherous to walk around while we were doing our nightly camp routine.
Mm-hmm.
Just after dinner, light was fading fast, so we decided to hike up this little hill to this side, which was decent. We saw cactus. Made it to the top. Saw some nice light over the land. Saw the last bit of light disappear up behind the mountains over there. And then hiked down in the dark, which was we were a little ill prepared for that. The best thing we could have done would be have taken a compass sighting when we were at the car to the top of the mountain.
and then just use the back azimuth to get back to the car. But we didn't do that. We started coming down. It was pretty dark. We didn't really know where we were. Didn't know where the car was. So we stumbled around a little bit before my headlamp illuminated the taillights and license plate of the car, and then we knew where it was. Oh, and I sprained my ankle.
Maybe.
When we were coming back from coming down off the mesa, I stepped funny and heard a pop and went down and sat for a minute, but I worked it, and hopefully it's okay. That's it for tonight. Tomorrow,
Heading out of here. We're going to take our time, see whatever we want to see. Out of the park, and then heading northwest for a very special destination. More tomorrow.